What if mythical creatures never disappeared? What if they didn't stay in legends, but simply learned how to hide better than we did? Today, we're not talking about fairy tales. We're talking about beings that fit our modern world a little too well. Unexplained illnesses, voices in the dark, people who come back, but aren't quite the same. If these 5 mythical creatures exist today, some headlines would suddenly look very awkward. Let's begin. The Nuckelavee is one of the most disturbing creatures in Celtic mythology, originating from the Orkney Islands of Scotland. This isn't just a monster, it's a biological nightmare, like someone assembled it in the dark. What the Nuckelavee looks like: a horse's body, a human torso growing out of its back, no skin, exposed muscles and black blood, a massive mouth, breath so toxic it rots everything alive. In legends, it caused disease, poisoned the land, killed livestock, brought epidemics. Interesting fact, fresh water was believed to be the only thing that could stop it. The Nuckelavee couldn't cross it. Now imagine the Nuckelavee today. Sudden outbreaks with no clear cause, environmental disasters, dead zones where nothing grows, strange illnesses spreading among animals. The perfect scapegoats already exist: viruses, climate change, pollution. But according to the legends, the Nuckelavee appears when humans push nature too far. Dark humor? Today, it would simply be labeled an environmental issue. Next up, a creature that thrives on war. The Valravn comes from Danish folklore. It was once an ordinary raven. Then it ate the heart of a fallen warrior, absorbed fear, rage, and death, and stopped being just a bird. The Valravn can appear as a giant black raven, a human with hollow eyes, something in between, always smarter than it should be. Creepy detail, Valravn doesn't just kill, it manipulates people, guiding them toward their own deaths. If Valravns exist today, they circle conflict zones, appear before major tragedies, become bad omens everyone ignores. Cameras capture strange birds, drones malfunction, soldiers talk about eyes in the sky. Coincidence? As usual. Quick pause. They say the Valravn notices people who watch videos like this without subscribing. If you don't want to test the legend personally, hit subscribe. Let's continue. Okiku-mushi comes from Japanese folklore, and this one isn't about jump scares. It's about slow, sticky, psychological horror. According to legend, Okiku-mushi was once a woman, betrayed or murdered, whose spirit transformed into an insect-like entity. Its appearance? A human face, an insect body, thin, twitching limbs, constant scratching sounds. The feeling it's always nearby. It doesn't attack, it waits. Historical detail. Old Japanese stories describe people hearing whispers and scratching for weeks before completely losing their minds. If Okiku-mushi exists today, unexplained anxiety, the feeling of being watched, insomnia, I swear I heard footsteps. In an age of stress and mental illness, it would disappear into statistics, the perfect monster. No one would believe you. The Skinwalker comes from Navajo legend. It's a human who performed a forbidden ritual and abandoned their humanity. Skinwalkers can change shape, become animals, mimic voices, look exactly like someone you trust. But there's always something wrong. From the legends, Skinwalkers appear at night. They love roads and remote areas. They lure victims using familiar voices. If they exist today, they explain stories of "he came back different," strange phone calls using loved ones' voices, people who know things they shouldn't. Dark humor? A Skinwalker wouldn't even need to hide today. It would just be labeled when a little weird. And this is where things get uncomfortable. Slenderman is the only creature on this list that isn't ancient. No 1,000-year-old legends, no temples, no tribes. He was born online. Tall, too thin, faceless, wearing a black suit, arms longer than they should be, sometimes tentacles, sometimes just shadows. He doesn't run, he doesn't scream, he just stands there. And somehow, you know he's watching, even though he has no eyes. Disturbing fact, Slenderman is one of the very few myths that led to real-life crimes. People truly believed he existed. If Slenderman existed today, he wouldn't even need to hide, because cameras glitch, photos come out blurred, recordings get corrupted, witnesses are labeled unstable, the perfect environment. He would live near forests, close to schools, in abandoned places, and inside the screens you stare at for too long at night. Dark humor? Today, Slenderman doesn't even need to hunt. The algorithms do it for him. If all these creatures exist right now, the world wouldn't collapse. We'd adapt. We'd call it rare cases, psychology, myths, coincidences. Because the scariest thing isn't mythical creatures. It's how quickly humans stop being afraid. If you made it to the end, you're already deeper than most. Subscribe. What comes next will be darker, stranger, and closer to reality than you'd like. See ya.